Part 5 time, it's Golden Wind. This is set shortly after Part 4 and will have a surprise callback to Part 3 as well. Actually, I forget to mention this later on. Polnareff turns into a turtle. Let's go. Koichi has been sent over to Italy to look into the alleged son of Dio, Giorno Giovana, and this is going to be our hero for this part. Not really a JoJo, he's a Gio, I guess. We're going to be following his story. Anyways, Giorno accidentally ends up killing this gangster and decides to take down an entire mafia network. This is his dream. He meets new best friend Bruno, who also wants to take down the mob, so they join forces. Then Giorno goes on to murder his way into the mafia family. Now he can take it over from the inside. There's a whole squad now too. We've got Narancia, Fugo, Abacchio, and Misc. They get put on a mission to deliver the mysterious mob boss his daughter. However, some other people are trying to usurp the boss as well, so of course, now the enemy stand users start coming in to stop them. We've got Guy who deflates you, Guy who stops things in place, Reverse Ant-Man, the Man in the Mirror, a guy who turns hot people old and his sidekick, Guy with a fishing pole, Designer Baby, Iceman. Okay, so it's here that the team actually make it to the drop-off point, but oh no, it turns out the boss was just planning to kill his daughter to hide all traces back to his identity. Also, his stand can do some crazy time-related hijinks, which is honestly pretty hard to summarize. There's a card if you're curious to see the details. So the gang get out of there and officially turn against the boss. Well, all except for Fugo, we'll never see him again. Now the plan is to figure out who the boss is so they can take him down. And the enemies keep coming. A tiny shark in the power of lying, Guy who lets himself get shot to activate his power, and now we get to meet Doppio. This is the crime boss, Diavolo's alter ego, and they communicate through anything that could ever be mistaken for a phone. He gets into a fight with the last of the other guys who are trying to take over the gang as well. This guy's stand is named Metallica and does exactly what you'd expect. Things go poorly for little Doppio, and so he calls in his last two boys to slow down the JoJo gang. Evil Moss Doctor and Swimming Through Land. With their eventual defeat, the gang are brought to Polnareff from Part 3, who's here! He was tracking down stand arrows, and it looks like Diavolo had got his hands on this one. Polnareff and him fought, but Diavolo won. So now old mate Polnareff is looking to give the arrow to the JoJo squad to power them up. It turns out you can stab your stand with the arrow to boost it. Well, Diavolo's hot on the heels, which makes Polnareff stab his own stand. Then the final showdown is between Diavolo, the JoJo squad, and Polnareff's stand, which has started to run rampant out of control. Well, eventually, Giorno gets the arrow and gives his stand the old stab, and it gets the ultimate upgrade. It literally removes Diavolo from that reality. Now he's doomed to infinite realities of dying again and again, never to return. Giorno going on to claim ownership over the whole gang.
Yes.
So yeah, Giorno goes from wanting to join the gang to becoming arguably the most powerful person in the world in what feels like a week. This part is definitely a step back to Part 3's kind of style, with that goal in mind and then the sequence of stand battles to get them there. This part also introduces Requiem stands, basically those upgraded stands, like what Kira got at the end of Part 4, except so much more powerful. Important note about Requiem stands, this part says that Silver Chariot Requiem might just kill off everyone in the world to bring about something new. Yeah, this gets shut down, but it's setting up something that we'll soon see in Part 6. This will make a lot more sense with that context. Speaking of which, that will wrap us up for today. We'll see you for Part 6 next time. Thanks for watching. This has been CG, and I will see you Gs in the next one.